to get this bottom piece off, which was the initial plan. But basically a piece of wood panel is going to go here. I'm going to frame it up a bit more here on the other side, and then custom build a door, which I've never done before, but it doesn't seem to be that hard to do, since it's just a frame like everything else. It's just adhering the glass to the wood could be a challenge, and making sure that it's secure and won't come apart. But this is officially the new door. The old door, which would be part of the kitchen, is here, and then there's going to be like a little table that I can flip up. That back wall there is going to be cabinets. This is going to be a cabinet. This is going to be a kitchen sink area. This will also be a cabinet. That's a window in the back there. But also, as you can see, I've started to frame and wall it up. So this is back, and that's going to be a window. And this is the other side of the trailer where I'm starting to wall up there. So I actually have a piece of plywood left, and I think the other thing I'm going to do today is lay out the loft. As you can see, those two things there are for the beams in the loft, and then it's gonna kind of maybe stop here. I'm gonna have to measure to see if this is the right length for a bed, but essentially the entryway is going to be open, and then everything else will be under the loft. And then in terms of a working area, I'm not really sure where that's going to be. Initially, I thought of like in the back as usual, but it might be nice to kind of maybe put it towards the entryway. I have to figure out the layout once I get everything a bit built a bit more and enclosed, and then go from there. But that's the update so far. I'm going to trim this piece off and then measure out the loft with the new approach and go from there. Obviously been a while since I did some proper filming. I wanted to really get a head start on the trailer build instead of stopping every so often to film, and that's done me well. I think I was getting frustrated, like that I was taking a little bit longer because I was filming everything and stopping and filming and doing two things at once. So I'm in a good place to do laying out or building the loft frame. Now initially my plan was to do connectors. I'm still gonna do those, but I'm going to stop it short. So if you look at the frame has these 4 supports here. So essentially I'm going to take a bracket, and I've done this on either end of the trailer, and put a bracket here so that a beam can rest on it. and one on the other side. There's one exactly the same on the other side. And then this whole area will be open. So initially it's gonna have cabinets on the floor, but upon, as I've mentioned in maybe in a previous clip, I've realized that this can be a cabinet, an 8 foot or 8 inch deep, not 8 foot, 8 inches deep by about 22 inches wide and about 30 something inches tall. So that will free up a lot of floor space, which is really good. So it won't be feeling as cramped. And then, as I've mentioned in another clip, the other side, this is all going to be cabinets because it's going to fill. It's going to also be my vending trailer to sell my artwork. So one side is going to be like cooking stuff, maybe utility stuff, like the far end, I don't know, like the far end, there. The far end will be utility stuff, and yeah, so that's kind of how I've laid this out now. Obviously things can change again, but for now this is how it's going to go. Now with these supports, the one thing I need to do now that the frame is already built, I'm going to have to take these supports off again. So I can do some filming of that and show. Now when you're working with steel, it's a little bit different as you need a socket because the screws are looking like this. These are called hex screws. Actually, the full name is hex steel or hex self-tapping screws, and they're meant for steel. So what you would do is you just, since there's already a screw there, I'm just going to actually, I do recommend taking one of the center screws out because then it'll lay flat. But if you're strong, you can do that. I find that I have to use most of my body weight because I don't have the strength needed. But you're gonna lay the bracket like that and get it as straight as possible. And with steel, the downside of it is that it's really hard to get things flat or straight. So you just kind of go with wherever the screw kind of kicks into it and go from there. I only got that far. So I'm gonna move this actually a bit down closer to me so I can use my full strength and doing this. So and unfortunately I think my drill is running out of battery, so I might not be able to get to this task today, which is really frustrating because I thought I was going to do more than this. first week in a new trailer. Well, new as in new to me. I just wanted to get all the dust from the foam out. So I did have to recharge my drill, and that's what it is doing now. I'm so tired, can't talk. That is what the drill is doing now. I hadn't quite finished the task that I was setting that I was doing before. So I thought I would scoop it out because I'm concerned about tripping over some of this stuff. And the trash is full, so I won't get called out by the landlord for putting the trash behind the trailer. So that's what I'm doing right now. I know this is probably not going to really do much, but it makes me feel better to know that I'm inching my way to an enclosed trailer. And you'll probably see me do this quite often, actually, once the trailer is built.